Well, basically, I pretty much look. I pretty much look at myself as a per. Is this camera like at a good angle?
Yeah.
I pretty much look at myself as a person that sell a form of service. To simplify it, I sell a form of service with the possibilities of earning at least an extra $1,200 per month. You most definitely can earn more, but the payoff is at least $1,200 a month based on your own productivity. This is a formula based on productivity. I'm going to give you the tools that you need to go out into society. And the thing is, the mindset is to be resourceful. You're pretty much using everything in your environment to produce a result, right? From all the way from the aspect of you and I, you're a spiritual being, blessed with an intellect. You live inside the physical body. That's what I'm explaining with this stick person. Just say that's true. You're a spiritual person, blessed with an intellect, living inside a physical body. The only two things that you're gonna run into is constructive interruptions and destructive interruptions. Constructive interruptions fall along the lines of good vibes. When you have a good vibe with a person and it take your energy up, you collab with that person and do something to elevate you to another level, even if it's just excitement at the moment, or y'all cross paths and do something bigger than just create joy or a joyous moment or harmonious moment or whatever the case may be. But destructive interruptions cancel out your energy. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to be around a person. It's draining. Have you ever had a situation where you didn't physically get into it with a person, but you as tired because you emotionally drained? That's what destructive interruptions do for the thinking person that's minding their own business. So I'm selling a form of service with the potential of earning at least $1,200 a month. And I do that because $1,200 seem, I don't know, I guess it would seem sexy during the whole coronavirus situation when everybody was getting that extra little $1,200, whatever the case may be. People were satisfied with that.
Because like you said, it's extra money so you can kind of get those things that, just hang up your head out the way, little debt, pay a little extra on your bills, and.
Now think about doing that for yourself. I always had the mindset of it earning, even if you work a regular job, earning at least an extra $1,200 a month because that offsets your biggest expense, which is rent for most people. Most people, the average person is used to making a transaction of $1,200 a month for rent. You feel what I'm saying? So these things are doable, and I put it in the terms of $1,200 because it's something that's doable. So when people look at something that's perceived more so as obtainable, they're more apt to invest in it, opposed to, man, I can show you how to get, millions of dollars. Like, you lose a person that's used to only making $30,000 to $40,000 a year when you're talking about that type of money, because it's not a conceptual thing. You know what I'm saying? Because long story short, the way we do things is a direct result of the way that we think about things. And and that brings to another fact that's not a fact. They say we got free will. Free will means you can do anything you want to do, right? But you can only do the thing that you know to do. What if you can't have the desire to do something that you don't even know exists? And that go back to we're spiritual being, blessed with intellect, living in the physical body. How did that look in reality? In actuality, we're the light amongst the light, but the light amongst the light don't know it's the light. So the light have to come into dark places to experience what it's not. to experience what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I was a whole thing, I would never individualize certain parts of myself because I don't consider it as something. Like, I don't wake up in the morning and wonder if my arm is attached to my body. I don't even think about it. I know it is. You know what I'm saying? So that I don't say I don't appreciate it, but I don't, you know what I mean, give thought to it. I know it exists, but I don't, you know, I would miss it if it's gone. So that's the same thing. The light amongst the light don't know it's the light, but light shine best in dark places. So shoot, like, this business really is kind of like, you know what I mean? Not to get on no religious level, but it's almost like doing God's work. Because a lot of people don't know, and they don't know they don't know. And everybody ain't going to find God in church. So you have to pretty much position yourself to let your light shine anywhere that you at so that you can be of service to other people. And that's what money represents. Any amount of money I got in my pocket just represent the fact that I provided service for somebody else other than myself.
Okay, I have a question though.
Talk to them.
So, me thinking like, okay, say I want to be, you know, part of what you're doing. How would I go about?
What part would you play?
Yeah, what part would I play, and how would I go about attracting my own?
How would you be an active influencer? Basically. Okay. I use this method. I use this book as a course guide, The Science of Getting Rich, because it explains the mindset necessary to obtain wealth. Just like we live for three purposes. We live for the spirit, we live for the mind, and we live for the body. Right? Just say I only live for the body and denied spirit and mind, I wouldn't live a whole and complete life. I'd be frustrated in some way. And vice versa, if I live for, you know, spirit and denied the other two, whatever the case may be. This teaches you how to become a person of integrity. Integrity today is a underappreciated commodity, right? And what I mean by that, as far as marketing, long story short, I teach business skills. So as a person that have business skill, marketing is one of those skills. Think about what's the game? It went out of style. Dang, what's the name of the game? The Wii game. Okay, Wii game came about because you had all the PlayStation, the Xbox, and this and that, which targeted the audience of young boys and grown men, right? So that left an underappreciated market that didn't cater to families and all kids, like girls and boys. So we came about and created like the family games. You remember the bowling game? Where you could bowl with your family, or the little tennis game, or the, you know what I mean? It was a family game catering to the underappreciated market. So right now, it's a good time to get into this business because it demonstrates something that's needed in society, which is integrity. A lot of people don't have integrity nowadays because we deal with the pressure of being successful quick. We got Instagram, we got these social media outlets that make people feel like you got to already be where you need to be versus respecting the process. Like it used to be like a person, you know, do a certain thing and like it's a whole little process. They respect the process and get the outcome. But you comparing that nowadays to people that are already going places and this and that, and it frustrates the individual that's not doing certain things. So that put peer pressure on people to do things they probably wouldn't usually do to go ahead and get that instant gratification. But this business here bring integrity back in the game. In other words, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You feel what I'm saying? In order for me to grow this business, I have to help other people. That's the only way I can grow this business. So I have to be effective at actually helping other people because that's the only way I grow my business. Like I can't flim-flam a person, say, well, I'm gonna do this here, and it don't happen because guess what? That next month, I ain't got that same customer. In this business, you're in the business of creating clients. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm selling a service, I'm not paying. I don't have an overhead fee where I got product. Like if I got thousands of people that want to buy what I got, now I got to go fund it, create these things to deliver to these people in return to get the money. That's not the business that I'm in. I'm in the business of selling a form of service that produce an outcome. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't have no overhead fee. I spent a lot of time. And you either gonna spend time or money to get ahead. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing with that, just say you being shady and you spending a little bit of money, it's probably gonna take you a longer period of time to get some. Versus you going ahead and, footing the bill, going ahead, biting the bullet and paying the fee and going to get the outcome quick. You know what I mean? Because you're paying for a high skill of service or whatever the case may be. So this is the best time to get into this business because everything dismounted. You know what I mean? Mental health is at a, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people dealing with mental issues. So if you could nourish a person by giving them emotional guidance and showing them what steps need to be taken in order, you know what I mean, to advance in life in an ethical way, like it's the business to get into.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you, Mr. Simpson.
I see you cutting it short. It cool.
Because I don't want to overdo it. I want us to, we plan on doing this on the daily, and we ain't got to overdo it or worry about it.
Yeah. I feel you though, because I